Washington Governor Gov Inslee announced that he is ending that indoor mask mandate we've been adhering to. It will officially end on March 21st, and that includes in schools. He also announced that vaccine verification for big events will end on March 1st. Today, though, he visited Spokane County for a completely different reason. His stops included Gonzaga, the STA, and a new neighborhood in Airway Heights.
Gov News' Ian Smay was with Inslee today and joins us live from Airway Heights tonight with more on the governor's tour. Ian?
Governor Inslee's tour had 3 stops today. I am here at the final stop in Airway Heights at a newly developed affordable housing community. And his visit today really had 3 themes: climate change, electric buses, and affordable housing. He first started at Gonzaga University shortly after noon today. Well, there he spoke to and took questions from about 50 students about climate change and environmental issues. He also named a student Washingtonian of the day. Inslee then made his way to the Spokane Transit Authority to tour their electric bus fleet. He also got to ride on one of those buses and congratulated the STA on the fleet.
So I just want to thank you for what you're achieving here. I'm going to brag about you. This is a world-class facility right here in Spokane, and get on the bus, and I look forward, I'm sure that part of the Paul McCartney tour will be singing Penny Lane on one of these buses.
After that, Inslee came to Airway Heights to tour a house built by Habitat for Humanity. It is in a developing neighborhood here in Airway Heights meant to provide more affordable housing for the area. Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, I'll have more from Inslee on how important he feels affordable housing is for Washington. For now, in Airway Heights, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Ian, thank you very much. Well, nearly 28 years. That's how long one of the culprits in the murder of 19-year-old Jason Fox will spend in prison.
Last month, the Pend Oreille County jury found Claude Merritt guilty of kidnapping, beating, and murdering the Newport teen back in 2020. The family of Jason Fox asked the judge to give Merritt the maximum sentence, and the judge did just that. In fact, he came to that decision when he heard no remorse in Merritt's statement this morning. Back in October of 2020, law enforcement found Jason's body in an isolated area in Newport. They say he was buried in a shallow grave with his hands tied behind his back. Merritt was found guilty of his involvement in the crime. Today, the victim's family is still carrying heavy hearts, but they told the judge they weren't even allowed to see him one last time at the mortuary due to the state of his body.
The only solace I have in this is knowing that the last words out of my mouth to Jason were, "I love you." And I am so thankful that I said that.
The Fox family says they are happy with Merritt's sentence, but this is not the end for the family just yet. The final suspect believed to be involved in Jason's death will go to trial coming up in May.
Well, attention parents, Abbott Nutrition is voluntarily recalling 3 different types of infant formula after 4 babies became sick with infections. So take a look. Similac, we're talking about 3 different types of infant formula. Right now, they were just on your screen, but formulas have been recalled. The Idaho public health officials confirmed some of that Similac formula was sold in Idaho, so they're saying you just need to throw it away if they were manufactured in Sturgis, Michigan, with expiration dates after March 31st.
Idaho is waiving its college entrance exam requirements for this year's graduates. The State Board of Education voted to waive the requirements for the high school class of 2022. So that means students will not have to take the SAT or ACT to get into Idaho universities. Right now, there is a proposed rule change in the Idaho legislature to permanently get rid of those tests. All right, switching gears to weather, it felt kind of more like spring this week than anything else, but we're about to see some big changes to the forecast.
Absolutely. Meteorologist Tom Sherry is joining us now. It sounds like some areas should definitely be bracing for colder weather, if not snow.
Yeah, the mountains are definitely going to pick up some snow. We'll get a little rain, snow mix locally. I think central Washington is going to remain dry, but you'll see more of this coming up in my future tracker forecast. Take a look at this. We're at 46 degrees right now, so we had an absolutely beautiful day. We had highs close to 50. You can see the cloud cover now beginning to move into the area. For the weekend, I've got a chance of showers developing in the afternoon, much better chance of this in North Idaho. And then Sunday, we've got overnight into Sunday, more maybe early morning snow, then changing over to rain with a daytime high of 43. In my 7-day forecast, I'm tracking much colder weather, like down into the single digits. I will show you that part of that forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well, now to an update to our week-long Creme 2 investigation into the Spokane Shock. Today, the indoor football team held tryouts for this season's roster. We were allowed inside for those tryouts out in Spokane Valley this morning. Anyone in the community was invited to come show off their skills in hopes of making the team. And officials told us they are excited to get this season started. The first game is scheduled for March 18th. However, right now, Shock tickets cannot be purchased on the arena's website, though they are available on the Shock website. Yesterday, that wasn't the case, at least temporarily. Now, all week long, we have been bringing you updates after our investigation revealed a series of financial problems between the Shock and the Public Facilities District, which does manage the arena. On Monday, the team still hadn't signed the contract to play at the arena, even though the season starts in just 3.5 weeks. After our story aired, team owner Sam Adams did sign the contract on Tuesday, but still has yet to provide a $128,000 security bond to the PFD to cover rent costs at the upcoming season. Now, on Tuesday, the district sent Adams a default letter, giving him 5 business days to come into compliance. And if that security collateral isn't received by this coming Wednesday, the 23rd, I'm told the Shock contract at the arena could be terminated. Now, to view our entire Spokane Shock investigation, including interviews with past season ticket holders who say they're still owed money from the 2020 season, which had to be canceled because of COVID, just text the word SHOCK to 509-448-2000. We'll send that link to your phone.